Welcome to Reading and Writing Skills, Persuasive Pattern of Development in Writing Across Disciplines, Second Semester, Quarter 3, Week 2. I am Mr. Nel Pransambalad and I'm your teacher for this course. How is that image stating words of power related to our lesson, Persuasive Pattern of Development in Writing Across Disciplines, or writing a persuasive pattern paragraph? Yes, because in persuasion, we need to be that good when it comes to using words. We need to choose, we need to apply the so-called diction on choosing the words that we will be using in our writing so that the more we can convince our readers or the more we can present our views with the proper words as we present our ideas. So indeed, words have power. Words have power when it comes to persuading people on believing your point on a certain issue or topic. Okay, let's find out if really words have power as we go on discussing the persuasive pattern on writing a paragraph. According to the lizard, get to the point. And how can you easily get to the point? Of course, make use of proper words because as what was said in the first image, words have power. Welcome to lesson 8, persuasive. After this lesson, you are expected to learn the type of paragraph development that focuses on presenting points of view to persuade or encourage your readers. So for you to be that good on presenting your points of view, remember that you must be able to choose the right words because words have power. And as you do so, then you can easily persuade people or encourage your readers to believe on the points or views that you are presenting in your writing. Okay? Let's have the next slide. What's in? By this time, you should have learned 7 different patterns of paragraph development, the latest of which is the problem solution text, which focuses on either a problem or solution in a particular area or situation. It is a type of text expressing a dilemma or concerning issue, problem, and something that was, can be, or should be done or remedy this issue, solution, or attempted solution. The last pattern of paragraph development featured in this module focuses on how you can state details through presenting your views and encouraging your target readers to accept your argument. What's new? Complete the table below after reading the paragraph. Is iPhone 11 worth spending? One of the company's recent novelties is the iPhone 11, a newer and more advanced version of the most popular phone in the world. However, the previous model iPhone XR seemed to have been satisfying people's needs just fine as well. So what is the difference? So what is the issue? Let's answer the table given. First column, issue. So what is the issue? Is iPhone 11 worth spending? The argument, however, the previous model iPhone XR seemed to have been satisfying people's needs just fine as well. So why spend for iPhone 11? Evidences? We do not have concrete evidences regarding the specs or specifications of iPhone 11 and iPhone XR, but what we only have here is a subjective content, which is iPhone 11, a newer and more advanced version of the most popular phone in the world. So that's the only subjective content that can be written under evidences. But again, concrete evidences talking about the specifications of iPhone 11 and iPhone XR are not evident in the given text. So now answer the following questions. What is the main idea of the text? Is iPhone 11 worth spending? Number two, what issue has been presented in the text? We have here, however, the previous model iPhone XR seemed to have been satisfying people's need just fine as well. So why spend for iPhone 11? Is there a need to spend for iPhone 11? So what does the text want us to do to decide whether to buy iPhone 11 or to keep using iPhone XR since it is still satisfying people's needs just fine as well. Okay? So done with what's new. Let's have the next slide. What is it? Persuasive text can be in the form of an argument, discussion, exposition, review, or even an advertisement. In developing your own persuasive text, a writer must first state the issue. This will serve as a background information about the topic. Then it should be followed by a clear, strong, and specific argument. An argument is one's claim or position that can either support or reject the issue previously stated. Arguments shall be supported with a well-researched evidences which will give details on how and why it supports the argument. Evidences can be factual, logical, statistical, or anecdotal in nature. It can also explain counter arguments not because the writer wants to prove which claims are wrong or right, but to enlighten the readers about other positions. So you have there, it's very interesting. You have there to enlighten the readers about other positions. That's why, remember, when we talk about evidences dealing with writing an editorial article pertaining to the body of it, as we present evidences, we should be able to present the pros and cons of the issue or the thesis and antithesis regarding the issue for you to give enlightenment to the minds of your readers. Though they are not believing on your views or your claims, maybe by presenting also what they believed in your evidences, then they might be convinced as they see the similarities or differences and where they can benefit a lot. Okay, so again, the thing is to enlighten the readers about other positions. Lastly, a conclusion restating the main argument of the text will be the end of the text. This will be your final statement to persuade your readers. Some guide questions in constructing a persuasive text include: what is the issue? What is your position or opinion? What is the opposing position or opinion? What are some reasons for your position or opinion? And what are some cases or examples that support this? So, for you to be that successful writing a quality persuasive paragraph or text or composition, you better follow the structure of a quality editorial text, which follows the structure specs, wherein the first paragraph contains the S and P, state the problem and your position. The second, third, and fourth paragraphs may contain evidences. That is for the letter E, which will include the so-called thesis and antithesis, which I already explained a while ago. Then the letter C, the fourth or fifth paragraph can be the paragraph which contains the conclusion. And the last paragraph will be the S for solution, wherein you will provide two to three solutions. Okay, so a good editorial article has five paragraphs, which contains 300 to 600 words, and it can be specs or specs plus C, wherein after your specs, then you have there the plus C conclusion again, which has something to do with the restating the main argument of the text. Okay, so again, for you to come up with a quality persuasive text, you follow the structure specs, okay, or specs plus C. Let's go on. What's more, read the text below and identify the issue, the argument, or arguments, and conclusion. When we consider the ubiquity of cell phones, iPads, personal computers, and the internet, it's easy to see how science is woven in the fabric of our day-to-day activities. When we benefit from CT scanners, MRI devices, pacemakers, and arterial stents, we can immediately appreciate how science affects the quality of our lives. When we assess the state of the world and identify looming challenges like climate change, global pandemics, security threats, and diminishing resources, we don't hesitate in turning to science to gauge the problems and find solutions. And when we look at the wealth of opportunities hovering on the horizon, stem cells, genomic sequencing, personalized medicine, longevity research, nanoscience, brain machine interface, quantum computers, space technology, we realize how crucial it is to cultivate a general public that can engage with scientific issues. There's simply no other way that as society we will be prepared to make informed decisions on a range of issues that will shape the future. So let's find out the issue, arguments, and conclusion in the text that we read. For the issue, We have it's easy to see how science is woven into the fabric of our day-to-day activities. So that is the issue. If science is really woven in the fabric of our day-to-day activities. For the arguments, we have what? We can immediately appreciate how science affects the quality of our lives. We don't hesitate in turning to science to gauge the problems and find solutions. And we realize how crucial it is to cultivate a general public that can engage with scientific issues. So those are the arguments that we have in the text. For the conclusion, as you can notice, the conclusion is not complete. So there's no conclusion for the given excerpt, for the given text. So we only have the issue and the arguments. Okay? So let's go on. Because we do not have there yet what? A clear conclusion and solution regarding the issue presented. So remember, I mentioned there the specs, wherein you have there the state the problem and your position, and of course the evidences and conclusion solution. So far we do not have them yet. Okay, so what we only have there is the issue and the arguments. So let's go on. What I have learned. Complete the statements to sum up your key learnings for this lesson. Number one, a persuasive paragraph is a type of paragraph development, focuses on presenting points of view. Number two, an issue serves as background information about the topic. Number three, an argument is one's claim or position that can either support or reject the issue previously stated. Number four, arguments shall be supported with a well-researched evidences. And number five, blank restating the main argument of the text will be the end of the text. So we have there a conclusion. Restating the main argument of the text will be the end of the text. So those are our key learnings for persuasive pattern on writing a paragraph. What I can do, choose an item or a product that you frequently use. Develop a persuasive text by making a transcript or product advertisement. The rubric below may be used for your output. 5 points. The paragraph states persuasive text and it uses appropriate arguments and evidences. 3 points. The paragraph states persuasive text and it little uses appropriate arguments and evidences. Then you will get 1 point if the paragraph states no persuasive text and it does not use appropriate arguments and evidences. So check your Google Classroom regarding this activity. Additional activity, write a persuasive text to encourage incoming senior high school to choose the strand you are enrolled in. The rubric in the previous activity may still be used for this writing task. So again, you check your Google Classroom regarding this activity. Thank you. Have a good day and God bless us all.